Hey, what's up, guys? Jessica J here. I'm a full service independent escort from Brisbane, Australia. Today, I'm coming to you from the floor of my Sydney touring in-call location. Look, I really need to get back into the swing of making your regular content, so I have a little bit of time today. I'm actually going to get dressed and go to a rave soon. Isn't that exciting? I'm really excited. Hey, look, what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is I like giving an escort pleasure. Am I weird? Or I like giving a woman pleasure. Am I weird? Look, my answer to that is no, you're not weird. I don't know why. Clients come along all the time. They might text me or say in person, hey, I feel like I'm really weird, or like this is going to sound really weird, right? But I really like giving you pleasure, or I really want to give a woman pleasure. And that's really the main thing that I'm looking for in this entire scenario. You're not weird. You're not weird. Plenty of clients want to do the full girlfriend experience. And for them, that would be making a woman happy, okay? And having that more authentic sort of engagement. They want to go down on us. They want to kiss us. They want to tease us and please us and maybe buy little gifts and things for us, or just generally act like, we're their girlfriend. Get to know us a little bit. Relationship build. It's a really common misconception in the industry that it's all about the wham bam thank you ma'am, and that we don't relationship build with our clients, and then our clients are just looking to put their junk in us and pump away and then finish, and then, as they say, an escort gets paid to leave. I don't know who came up with that saying, but it's fundamentally misconstruing the arrangements or the bookings that I typically have as an escort. Most of the time, my clients don't want me to leave. Most of the time, they would like me to stay for as long as possible. They'd like me to stay overtime. I really don't think that you need to feel any sense of shame or guilt or fear around engaging with an escort if what you're wanting is to make her a bit happy as well. I mean, it just shows that you have an appreciation for women, right? It shows that you actually like women. Look, as I've always said, there's a real difference there between men who really fundamentally like women, actually like women, and want to make a woman happy or get pleasure from making a woman happy, versus a man who has lust for women or lust for the kitty cat or a lust to be sexually gratified. But actually deep down, they really don't like women. And actually a lot of the time they harbor a great deal of resentment in the fact that I'm really attracted to women, but making a woman happy or seeing a woman happy is not on their priority list at all. And in fact, for some of these men, it actually detracts from the experience. I've certainly worked for clients like that they would be having a better time if they feel like they're extracting something out of you that maybe other men aren't getting, or you're doing something that's not given with enthusiastic consent, or you're doing with enthusiastic consent, like yes, an enthusiastic yes, but you're sort of going through the motions and doing it because it's making them happy or it's what you're engaged to do. And they might like actually doing things that you don't really enjoy. That actual part of it really turns them on. But I think there's a whole lot of guys over here who really fundamentally want to make women happy. And it really doesn't matter if the woman is a worker like myself, like she's directly getting paid for sexual labor, or she's a girlfriend. To them, it doesn't hugely make a difference. They're going to feel the same either way. And I would say the vast majority of my clients really do. They're over here on this side because that's the type of clients I attract, thankfully. They really care what I think and feel, and they really do take an interest in wanting to make me feel good. Now, you might be asking, Jessica, what turns you ladies on? I'm over here. I'm on this side. I am really interested in giving women pleasure. Like, what turns you on? Okay, if you're interested in the mechanics of it all, like going down on a woman and you want to know more about that, I did do a podcast episode, The Latex Files. I think it's about it might be episode 4 or 5. I don't know, somewhere you'll see when you go through. But it's techniques to kind of get a woman there. But I would also say when you're engaging with an escort, okay, we're a service provider. Asking us, what turns you on? How do I please you? That can actually stress us out a little bit more, okay? because we're not really there necessarily for our pleasure. And while we appreciate that you want to give us pleasure, that actually adds a little bit more, I don't know, not stress, kind of stress to us. But what I normally say to men is, look, the way you engage with sex is typically more mechanical. Push certain buttons, achieve a certain result. I know with a man, if I do a certain thing, if I carry on a certain amount of activities, okay, if I do certain things with my body or do certain things to him, I will get to the end result. It's pretty rare, in pretty rare cases, that I will not get to the end result. Women are a lot more complex. There's not really a set of mechanical things that you can automatically do to a woman that is going to get her to that space. So when you're engaging with an escort, really, I would say don't ask the question of what turns you on. How do I give you pleasure? Listen to her body cues for sure, but it really comes down to how relaxed we feel around you and how much we sort of grow to like you. And this can kind of grow over time. I wouldn't be expecting necessarily that, maybe with a more experienced escort, I find it much more easy to relax more quickly than I used to, than maybe other escorts that are very new to the industry or whatever. But, and maybe in jurisdictions where the work is not legal. So it's fully hard to relax. Where I am, it's decriminalized. So I'm more relaxed than you would be if you're worried about law enforcement or doing things wrong. It really comes down to the respect level that you have for us. Are you turning up on time with a decent level of hygiene, speaking to us really kindly, being gentle with your touch, but firm as well, firm in your touch, listening to what we're telling you, asking before you do things if in doubt, actually asking us more what turns you on. We will tell you higher, lower, faster, slower. We will tell you as we go. And trying to force the issue can actually have the opposite result. I will find myself getting attracted to and chemistry building and getting turned on by a client that I really feel is there. I can see that they're there trying to do all the right things to respect me, as a service provider and as a woman, to make me super comfortable. It's very difficult for a woman to be able to go the full way and have the full experience unless she's super comfortable with you. That's what I'm going to say. It can help when you've got a little bit more experience because you are generally speaking more comfortable around men that you don't know. You can get yourself into that level of comfort and you can understand red flags and things. But the likelihood that we are going to experience pleasure will increase the more we get to know you. It sort of builds over time. And as women, we're not really mechanical, okay? But if you are interested in how to improve your game, have a listen to that podcast episode and that might help you. Well, look, I do hope that you found this in some way interesting. Again, my name's Jessica J. I do host the Latex Files podcast. You'll find that wherever you usually listen to podcasts. You can also Google for me, you can have a click around and see what you can find. I will leave my link to buy me a coffee below. If you do feel like making a little donation, that's always helpful because I don't get paid from this. Again, let me know in the comments if there are issues that you would like me to address. I'm more than happy to try to address them. I do see the comments. I'm not always able to respond. Thank you so much for watching.